Did you know that some of the foods you eat could be deadly? From the seemingly innocent rhubarb leaf to the notorious Fugu pufferfish, our world is replete with foods that carry a hidden threat. Some of these dangerous foods are obscure, consumed in far-off lands, or part of unique cultural traditions. Others are everyday items that could cause harm if not prepared properly. And let's not forget about our furry friends. There are certain foods they should never ingest. Why are these foods dangerous? It boils down to their chemical compositions, the presence of certain toxins, or even the way they're eaten. But don't fret, knowledge is power, and knowing which foods to approach with caution can help you avoid unnecessary risks. Through proper preparation and consumption, you can safely enjoy a wide variety of foods. So, are you ready to embark on a culinary adventure? Let's dive in and uncover the 15 most dangerous foods worldwide. Starting our countdown at number 15, we have rhubarb leaves. Yes, you heard it right. While the stalks of this plant are a favorite ingredient in pies and jams, the leaves are a different story. They contain oxalic acid and anthraquinone glycosides. When consumed in large quantities, these compounds can lead to kidney stones and, in severe cases, even death. So, next time you're dicing up rhubarb for a delicious dessert, remember to discard the leaves. Moving on to number 14, we have elderberries. These berries have been used for centuries in jams, wines, and medicinal syrups. However, raw or unripe elderberries contain a type of cyanide. Therefore, it's essential to cook them properly before consumption to neutralize the toxins. At number 13, we find the ackee fruit from Jamaica. This fruit is a staple in many Caribbean dishes, but it holds a hidden danger. It contains a toxin called hypoglycin, which can cause severe vomiting and even hypoglycemia. The key is to ensure the fruit is ripe and properly prepared before eating. Our 12th entry might surprise you. It's the humble hot dog. These favorite cookout staples are a significant choking hazard, particularly for children under 3. Always ensure to cut hot dogs into small, manageable pieces before serving them to young ones. Lastly, before we delve into the top 10, we have a tie at number 11 between avocados and bagels. These everyday foods are not dangerous to eat, but they are common causes of knife injuries, often referred to as avocado hand. When slicing these items, make sure to use a stable cutting surface and take your time. And there you have it, the first 5 entries in our countdown of the world's most dangerous foods. From the unexpected hazards in everyday foods to the hidden toxins in exotic fruits, it's clear that knowledge and proper preparation are key. And now for our top 10 most dangerous foods. At number 10, we have a live octopus dish known as sanakji. This Korean delicacy can pose a unique choking hazard due to the suction cups on the octopus's tentacles. The cups can stick to the throat even after the octopus is dead, so it's crucial to chew thoroughly and stay cautious while enjoying this dish. Next up, at number 9, we encounter ciguatera poisoning. This isn't a food, but an illness caused by eating certain reef fish, a staple in many tropical regions. The fish accumulate toxins from the algae they consume, which can cause vomiting, paralysis, and even years of recovery. It's important to be aware of the risks when sampling local seafood. On to number 8, we have hakarl, a traditional Icelandic dish made from fermented Greenland shark. The shark naturally contains high levels of urea, which can be toxic if the shark isn't properly fermented. Hakarl is an acquired taste, and it's also a food that demands respect for its preparation process. At number 7, we find kasu marzu. This Sardinian cheese is famous for its unique fermentation process, which involves live maggots. While it's a beloved local delicacy, it's also a food that requires careful consumption. The maggots can survive in the stomach and cause serious health issues, so it's recommended to cover the cheese with your hand to prevent them from jumping into your eyes. And finally, at number 6, we have kidney beans. Yes, you heard right. The humble kidney bean can be dangerous if not properly prepared. They contain a toxin called phytohemagglutinin, which can cause severe gastrointestinal distress. To avoid this, kidney beans should be properly soaked and boiled before consumption. Each of these foods brings its own unique flavors and cultural significance, but they also come with potential risks. It's a reminder that food, while a source of nourishment and joy, also requires respect and knowledge. Stay tuned as we reveal the top 5 most dangerous foods. We are now entering the top 5 with wild mushrooms at number 5. Wild mushrooms, particularly varieties like Amanita phalloides, also known as the death cap, can be extremely poisonous. One should exercise caution and have a thorough knowledge of the mushrooms they are picking. Death caps, for instance, have caused more mushroom poisoning deaths than any other species. Moving on to number 4, we have xylitol. Now, this may come as a surprise to many because xylitol is quite safe for human consumption. However, it's a different story for our furry friends. Xylitol, found in many sugar-free products, can cause insulin release in most species, which can lead to liver failure. The increase in insulin leads to hypoglycemia or lower than normal blood sugar levels. Initial symptoms include vomiting, lethargy, and loss of coordination. These symptoms can progress to seizures. Elevated liver enzymes and liver failure can be seen within a few days. So, pet owners, be cautious. Next up, at number 3, we have ergotism. This is a form of poisoning resulting from the consumption of grains, like rye and cereals, infected with the ergot fungus. This can lead to a host of unpleasant symptoms, including painful seizures and spasms, hallucinations, itching, and even gangrene. The hallucinogenic properties of ergot were actually used by the pharmaceutical industry in the mid-20th century to develop a compound used in the synthesis of LSD. Our runner-up for the most dangerous food in the world is fugu, also known as pufferfish. This delicacy is a game of Russian roulette on a plate. Fugu contains lethal amounts of the poison tetrodotoxin in its organs, especially the liver, the ovaries, and the skin. The toxin is so potent that a lethal dose is smaller than the head of a pin, and a single fish has enough toxin to kill 30 people. To serve this dish legally, chefs in Japan need to undergo years of rigorous training and earn a special certification. And finally, the number 1 spot for the most dangerous food in the world goes to ultra-processed foods. You might be thinking, wait, what? But hear me out. Ultra-processed foods, which include many ready-to-eat or heat meals, tend to be high in unhealthy fats, sugars, and sodium. They also often contain additives like artificial colors or flavors and emulsifiers. Studies have linked these foods to a variety of health problems, including obesity, heart disease, and certain types of cancer. So while they may not kill you outright like fugu can, they're a slow and steady race to the finish line of poor health. And there you have it, the 15 most dangerous foods worldwide. Let's take a moment to recap our list of dangerous foods. We've uncovered a smorgasbord of potential dangers, from the seemingly innocent rhubarb leaf, laden with oxalic acid and anthraquinone glycosides, to the unripe elderberries with their cyanide content. We've ventured into the tropics with the deceptive ackee fruit and its hypoglycin toxicity. And let's not forget the humble hot dog, a common choking hazard for the little ones. We've also navigated the culinary minefield of avocado and bagel preparation, where a slip of the knife can lead to the infamous avocado hand. From Korea, we've encountered the live octopus, or sanakji, a dish that can turn a delightful dining experience into a choking hazard. We've dived into the deep-sea dangers of ciguatera poisoning from certain reef fish, and the potential toxicity of hackerel, the fermented Greenland shark. We've also explored the creepy crawly world of casu marzu, the Sardinian cheese teeming with live maggots. Back to basics with the everyday kidney bean, we've seen how improper preparation can unlock a dangerous toxin. The wild mushroom, particularly the death cap variety, has shown us nature's lethal side, while the sweetener xylitol, safe for us, can spell disaster for our canine friends. We've learned about the hallucinatory dangers of ergotism from rye and cereals, and the infamous fugu, the pufferfish that can deliver a deadly dose of tetrodotoxin if not expertly prepared. Finally, we've looked at the often overlooked dangers of ultra-processed foods, with their chemical alterations and additives. So, what's the takeaway from all this? It's not about fear, but about awareness. It's about knowing what we consume and how we prepare it. Because whether we're cooking at home, dining out, or sampling exotic dishes on our travels, the key to safe eating is understanding the risks and knowing how to navigate them. Remember, knowledge is the key to safe eating. Enjoy your food, but be aware of what you're putting into your body.